Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new episode of our F1 2013 career mode here on the channel. Today we are headed to the Spanish Grand Prix in Catalonia, fresh off of another Lewis Hamilton victory now where he finds himself at 83 points atop of the board compared to our 79. So we come in 4 points behind Vettel, Webber not too far back, same for Fernando Alonso, but hopefully we can have a solid qualifying effort setting ourselves up well for the Spanish Grand Prix. I've gone with a pretty balanced setup for qualifying here, so we'll see how that pays off now as we head down this front straightaway towards turn number 1. So hopefully we can get a decent lap here. Of course, qualifying never been a strong suit of mine, and it's going to start off the same way, locking up a little bit there into the first corner. Going to get those brakes to the rear immediately. You got to be careful, of course, in the F1 game in 2013 for sure on the braking when you're on the curves, because that's where those lockups can happen. So gotta be careful, but nonetheless, a decent recovery in Sector 1. Hamilton's not that far ahead, and it's been a kind of hit or miss. We've either been able to outpace Hamilton pretty well, or he's been the one that's outpacing me. It's pretty straightforward now, so hopefully, although qualifying he has the upper edge, we can change that in the Grand Prix now, as I'm pretty happy with how this lap's going. Full beans through this right-hander, going a little bit wide into the gravel even. That would not go very well, of course, with the track limits rules in current Formula 1. Oh, a huge lockup. That's going to absolutely throw my qualifying away there, so not what I needed. Got a little bit too aggressive, and now we're going to have some work to do here in the Grand Prix now as we bring it through the final few corners. Of course, not the 2023 Spain, so we got to go through this whole chicane section now as I get quite aggressive on the track limits. Not a good lap at the end of the day. Got to be like a P17, P18 area, I would imagine. So to the line, it might actually be better than I thought. P12, yeah, that's better than I expected. So we'll take that. They're not happy about it, but we'll take it. Alonso behind Hamilton with Vettel joining them both in the top 3. Let's get ready to race. Alright then, we're ready to roll here from the Spanish Grand Prix now. So some work to do, starting right there with Gutierrez, Roman Grosjean just in front of us, Hulkenberg in front of him here. And now right in the middle of the grid, we're ready to roll here. It's going to be lights out. We're racing in the Spanish Grand Prix. A decent launch, not 100% there. We got to shift up into 4th as we head down towards turn 1, and the starts have been wild in this game so far, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see a repeat. I'm going to get a little bit aggressive. The hole is barely there from Gutierrez. It kind of got close, so I kind of back out of that one now as we continue on. There we go. Now an opportunity to slip up the inside. We'll get past him, get past Grosjean. Honestly, for F1 2013 standards so far with this career mode, oh my god, I just drove into the back of, who was that button in front of me? No, Perez, sorry. I'm surprised by how calm the start is, however. Yeah, definitely for the standards of this game, a very calm start here to the Grand Prix. We'll hopefully get Perez on the run down towards the little elevation uphill corner now as we will, in fact, get past him. A little bit conservative on the braking, but now up into P9, just behind Perez. His teammate, of course, of Jensen Button. I learned back it down a little bit through that corner after qualifying, and of course we got to be a lot better into this corner. This is kind of where we threw qualifying completely away, and we get through there a lot better this opening lap. And out front right now, our teammate of Hamilton, of course, won the 2012 championship in our game by game career mode series that we're doing, and he is looking like he's just going to continue on form for who knows how long. I have a run on the back of Jensen Button. I think I'm going to go for it. Here we go up the inside now, and this should be an easy completed pass as we come through the right-hander, and there we go. Up into P now 8. So just in front of us, that should be Kimi Räikkönen, right? Yes, it is. Räikkönen in P7. Then it'll be Felipe Massa, as well as hopefully we can start closing in on this top 5 sooner rather than later. The goal is kind of by the first pit stop cycle, when that kicks off, we want to be up towards that top 5 to really have an opportunity to, of course, go for a victory. Last episode, we got kind of behind there, and then, of course, by the first pit stop, we got into a decent position, and then we were able to kind of make a late charge. It's not enough time, of course, to run down Lewis. I gotta say, thinking about this game, I don't think we give this game enough credit, any of the games back in the day from Codemasters, enough credit for how good they look for their time. Like, F1 2013 looks absolutely fantastic for a 2013 game. Obviously, in today's standards, it's not great, but it even still holds up now today as we continue to close in now on the back of Kimi Raikkonen, and then of course we got the Ferrari of Massa in front of him, so we just set the fastest sector one time. It looks like we are starting to find pace. It's reminding me of last episode where it took me a little bit to get that pace in and get rolling, but once we find it, we're just able to kind of lock in and just start grinding these laps out and moving our way forward. So hopefully we can have an opportunity here to get Raikkonen within the next few seconds, because I think we're going to have a nice run with the DRS here down towards the braking zone. He's got DRS, so he's going to be able to stay ahead. I'm going to really lunge it though into the corner and go around the outside. Such an easy move to pull on the AI now, as we now move up into P7 behind Felipe Massa. A little bit wide right there, but we're going to be able to correct that. We are able to get through this corner right here just so much better than the AI, and that allows me to close in a very strong chunk of time every single lap, and that will allow me to get right to the back as well of Felipe here, but not going to be able to make a move quite yet unless I get really aggressive, which just not going to on lap 5 of 17. So we're just going to stay put and be patient, get ready to make these moves. The top two have completely run away at this point, so it's third on back right here in this group of cars, but Hamilton and whoever's in second, I'm going to probably say, based off of what I'm seeing, Fernando Alonso, so they're long gone. It's going to be hard to, of course, run them down even from this point on, but there's still a lot of time, as I am going to be just about into the back of Felipe. I'm still struggling with that braking zone. My tires are destroyed. Look at the rears. They are pretty orange here. Now, this is definitely the most tire wear we have dealt with. And actually, if I remember correctly, way back in the day when F1 2013 was actually like the current game in the F1 world, I'm pretty sure tire wear was always a big thing at this circuit here. I remember when I was playing co-op career mode with this guy. His name was Autofail, absolute beast at the games. Haven't spoken to him in years, unfortunately. He kind of just distanced himself, so I hope he's doing well. Just random thought there, but yeah, I'm pretty sure tire wear was always a big thing here when it came to Catalonia now. So we're going to be coming into the pits at the end of the next lap, and then hopefully we will be able to kind of get back into a nice confident rhythm, because now I feel like I'm just hanging on as this back end's really trying to slip out for the majority of these slower corners. Oh, we got something going on up here. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Vettel, Weber going at it, and Massa had to check up. We'll get Sebastian as well. We'll swing to the right side, and we'll get Mark Webber. So that was just made very easy. Not quite sure exactly what caused that, but how about Nico Hülkenberg, who's never had a podium in his Formula One career, currently running in third place right now in the Sauber. What a day he is having here. Unfortunately for him, I am all for trying to take that podium away. I am struggling so hard on grip right at the end of this lap. Fortunately, oh no, I think I was supposed to go another lap. I'm not going to. This car is just hanging on for dear life. So we are going to pit a lap early and try to use this fresh rubber and hopefully make up some more time here. But I was hanging on so hard, especially in that final sector. So we'll get back out on track, fresh set of tires, of course, and hope for the best. Now the question is, will we come out in clean air or not? I see it's not going to be too bad, actually. There's a pack of cars right there. We got a bit of a gap there between myself and John-Eric Verne. So yeah, it could have been worse. Could have been a little bit better, but we'll take it. We'll dive one up the inside of Verne right here. Thank you very much. Up into 14th place we go. Hamilton has just pitted, so he's exiting now. He's going to have a little bit of traffic right there with him, as it looks like on the track map at least. Who's just coming out in front of us here? I hope that's Hülkenberg. That means we are in pretty good shape. Yep, it's Nico Hülkenberg, so we are in very good shape. We're going to be right up on the back of him. I'm not going to waste any time here. He's going to leave the door open, so here I go around the outside. That will be a pass for a net P3. I'm very sorry, Nico, but maybe if you hang with me, you never know. I might lose grip or I might spin out and you can have a shot at podium. But as of right now, I'm taking that podium away from you. Gonna make a move up the inside of Subtle here. Oh my god, such a terrible, terrible apex right there. Somehow we get through there alive. But he closed the door and I kind of opened it up myself and forced it up the inside. A really aggressive move that's overall going to cost us a bit of time. But we should still have easily that net P3, so nothing to be really concerned about there. So Hamilton, he's going to cycle through back to the lead. So now the question is, can we run him down? Can we run Alonso down? Answer is probably not, but yeah, we'll be now P3. Let's see if we can pull this off. Hamilton has extended the gap to Alonso as well, so he's just continuing to really pull out in front here now, but I'm going to give it everything I got and just try to go on a very late push of 8 laps. I gained about 1/10 of a second over the course of that lap. Somehow that ends up still being the fastest lap of the Grand Prix with how little time I gained. I'm a bit surprised by that, but we'll take it. So 4.4 seconds a gap to Fernando Alonso. Obviously, at the rate we're gaining, we're going to need about 45 laps to get there. So we got to find a bit more pace here now in Sector 1. There we go. That's 4/10 of a second. Okay. Now we are gaining some time pretty quickly here. Now you hear though, Alonso might be in field conservation mode. Hulkenberg's unfortunately falling back, so the podium is not going to happen for Hulkenberg today. Vettel has now gotten past him as well after I have, as I'm going to go tiny bit wider right there. Hopefully can save the apex now. A decent corner, honestly, could have been a lot worse, but overall, a decent lap here as we're going to head back to the start-finish line. 6 laps to go. Fastest lap again, 3.3 seconds. Alonso's in fuel saving. We have 2 extra laps of fuel to use. I'm not going to go to Rich yet, but about lap 14 or so we will. I gotta say, as we gain more time on Alonso, in the last game, F1 2012, our weakness was that second run a lot. We would get into that second run after the first pit stop, and I would really struggle on those tires. However, in F1 2013, it really feels like my strength is that second run when we get on the next set of tires, because we have continued to show that we can make a very hard charge late in these Grand Prix after I was falling off pretty hard in that first run. But we are definitely gaining significant time, and if we keep up at it, minimize the mistakes, we're going to have a shot to win this Grand Prix, I think. We really are seeing a repeat of what happened in that last episode with this late push to get Alonso for P2. 2.5 seconds up the road he is now. I mean, we're closing in on everybody. Hamilton right now is losing time to me as well. It's just the question is there enough time? At the rate we're catching, I'm going to say unlikely. We are going to put the field now into Rich. 2.3 seconds the gap. Let's see if we can get there. I need to have Alonso passed by, I would say, 2 laps to go if we want to have any shot at Lewis Hamilton right now, but it's possible. We're only 1.4 seconds back right now, so we are continuing to go quicker. In Sector 2 was purple as well. I'm starting to struggle a bit on grip again. Keep in mind, we pitted a lap earlier than the pit window, so that is going to probably play a bit of a role as well here in the ending of this Grand Prix, but I don't think we are in DRS range quite yet, but we are certainly getting close. Yeah, another lap. I mean, we're 9/10 of a second back, so we got to get Alonso this lap if we're going to have any shot at Hamilton. 1 extra lap of fuel. We might have to go back down to standard for the final lap. Here we go then. Look at the run we got on Alonso. Now, as we're going to use a little bit of that curve deployment, I'm going to go for an aggressive move on him. So we're going to get close right here, and then what I'm going to do is try and just get down hard on the gas, maybe too hard right there. That's not what we wanted, of course, as we head down into the braking zone. So now it's more about setting him up for the next DRS, but yeah, I am starting to slip and slide everywhere. Unfortunately, we're in survive mode now. I got nothing left. We closed in all that gap, but Sector 3 especially and Sector 2 are so hard right now to get through. Let's see how Sector 1 goes this lap, because we made it through there all right last lap, but yeah, we're starting to slip and slide just a little bit more everywhere, but I was sliding all over the place last lap there in Sector 3. I mean, look at the tires. The left front specifically right now looks like it's the worst tire that we actually have going for us, so it was looking like we were going to have a shot. However, not going to be the case. It's more or less just see if we can get to Fernando, but I just don't like my chances now. I am just hanging on, coming to the end of this Grand Prix. Oh yeah, these tires, they are so bad. We just got the, it came up itself letting me know, hey, your tires aren't very good right now. We're coming to the final lap. I am struggling so hard. It's just about bringing it home at this point. Get to the finish, because, oh my goodness, that left front is not looking good. It'll be okay to get to the end, but what could have been? This wasn't meant to be here in Spain today. Hamilton's going to continue to extend his championship gap, unfortunately, over us, as Alonso as well going to make gains. I'm really thankful this is the final lap, because I don't know how much longer these tires would have lasted. I don't know if you can hear me on the wheel right now, but I am absolutely wrestling this thing. 2.1 seconds the gap now. Lewis Hamilton's going to do it now. Jules Bianchi there in front of us going all over the place. He's got blue flags, and he's going to choose a really awkward position. I just about spun out the car right there. But nonetheless, Hamilton wins, Alonso second. We at least survived. Thank goodness. Vettel was closing in too. We make it back to the line for P3. I could not have done anything else different there, aside from the only thing we look back on is we could have pitted at the scheduled time 1 lap later than we did earlier. But even then, the last 2 laps, we still wouldn't have been able to do anything with those guys. So Hamilton with the victory over Alonso, myself, Vettel, Hulkenberg still with a respectable effort of P5 over Weber, Raikkonen, Massa, Button, and Sergio Perez getting the final point here. Now, as you see, no DNFs today. Joe Bianchi, the only one that ends up a lap down. Here we see the standings now. So Hamilton extends his gap to 14 points over myself, 42 over Alonso, who makes some headway towards me. Vettel down to 4th there, 44 points behind Weber, 50 points back. We take a look at the Constructors' Championship now. Of course, we continue to dominate on that category now as we are 80 points ahead of Red Bull Racing, and 124 back is Ferrari. So a lot of work to do for those teams. We're looking good in the Constructors. I want to be, of course, at the top of the board when it comes to the drivers, but we'll be trying to get our second win of the season in the next episode and dethrone Hamilton. I'll see you guys then. Thank you for watching. Have yourselves a great day.